Manchester United are in good nick, and they have got a very good record against Tottenham Hotspur, unbeaten in the previous 14 meetings in League and Cup, winning 12 of them. Naz. England chasing, and England tumbling, but not getting the free kick. Bethany England 5 goals in her last 4 WSL games, and Letizia just giving her a little nudge off the ball there, but nothing wrong with it in the eyes of the official. Turland, well, that was a pretty robust challenge as well from Claire Hunt. And Turland has stayed down here. Manchester United want to get their medical staff out there to tend to her, but play's not been stopped. Riviere got a foot on it. Letizia cleared first time by Tullis Joyce. Janssen. Tottenham have won 5 of their last 7 home games in the league, and they've also won 3 of the last 4 games that they've had staged here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Miyazawa. I wonder how Turland's doing and whether they still want to knock it out so she can perhaps receive some treatment. Letizia for Turner. George. That will be a Manchester United throw, and I think Turland's managed to dust herself down in order to continue. Gabby George has only lost 1 of her 9 career WSL appearances against Spurs. That came for Everton in December of 2021. 50th game in charge of Spurs for Robert Villaham this evening. Oh, took a bit too long there, and Kopp gets away with it. Oh, booze for Bizet, and she's found Toon. Whistle's gone. Well, Lisa Kopp got a bit fortunate here because she dwelt on the ball for a touch too long and nearly had it nicked off her. Started the last 3 WSL games now, her first appearances for Tottenham after she joined from Leicester in January. England looking for Naz. Riviere's there. Fired away by Tullis Joyce. Like an arm from Bartrip, which managed to leave a Turland off to it. Milden. Back from Nilden. And Turland just left something in there. I wonder if that's a legacy of the earlier collision. It's certainly been a feisty start to proceedings. I think she's saying twice now she's been caught by Turland. Not happy. Neither was she with the earlier collision. Mark Skinner's team have won their last 4 WSL games. It's their best run since they bagged 8 in a row in 2023. Janssen. Miyazawa. Here's Turner. Letizia arrowed forwards for the run from full-back of Jade Riviere, and she'll get to it as well and get the ball in, but nowhere near anyone in red. Riviere. Oh, good ball, good try, great goal. Elizabeth Turland at it again for Manchester United. Such a well-worked move and a clinical finish. Well, that is quite something for the travelling fans to enjoy. 5 minutes gone and they're in front. Riviere looks onside to me. Such a good run from her, lovely pass as well. She used her pace to get there, and then the ball in was not ideal, but it was recycled really well. Riviere this time around with a much better delivery, and it was finished off expertly by Elizabeth Turland. Spurs will feel that they could have defended it a bit better, but you have to take your hat off to the technique from Turland, who scored twice in the 3-0 win against Spurs in October. Her first goals for Manchester United, and that makes it 6 in 6 in terms of goals in WSL games against Tottenham. Her most against any single opponent in the competition. Bartrip goes back. Well, we know all about how miserly Manchester United are at the back, and Spurs are going to have to try and overcome that. 5 goals conceded so far this season, easily the best record in the top division. Robert Villaham said that his team would have to be disciplined in defence and brave in attack. Well, he said that discipline wasn't quite there when they tried to keep Manchester United at bay, and they've given the ball away sloppily to Toon here. Miyazawa on for Bizet, attracting the boos once again. Riviere adventuring forwards from fullback once again. Here's England. Gabby George steps in. Ashley Neville hacks away. Moritz, who's not really been able to get into the game much so far. That'll go behind for a goal kick and will give Tottenham perhaps just a chance to regroup. That is 25 goals in 51 career appearances in the WSL now for Elizabeth Turland. And it was one of the most well-taken strikes that she's registered as well. On the volley, inch perfect, 1-0. Nilden's throw. Tizier there to meet it. Manchester United look comfortable now. It's a case of seeing what Spurs can do against this mightily impressive backline that Mark Skinner's side have. It's now 30 goals that Manchester United have scored in what is the 12th WSL meeting tonight between the sides, and this is George adventuring on the left side after Riviere made good inroads on the other flank, but it's won back well by Hayley Rasso. Eight clean sheets in Manchester United's 12 games so far. And they've also spent over 600 minutes in a leading position, a record only Chelsea can better. The only time that they've let in more than one goal was in the 4-2 success over Manchester City, so work for his team to do and then some based on those stats. Away by Bartrip, not very far. Goes down by Janse. It's not where Oroz wants to find herself, but needs must as she adds to the defensive ranks. Toon. Here's Bethany England for Tottenham. Here's all over her and winning it back well for United. Toon. It's a free kick. The earlier challenge on Leah Galton. Toon delivers. England's gone down inside the area and is holding her head, so it's going to be stopped by Kirsty Dowell. Clattered here, England, as she was trying to defend the free kick, and it was the ex-Spurs player, Bizet, who had the block on her that led to the issue. Well, she'll dust herself down and get set to go again. She's not happy, saying that the referee needs to keep some closer eyes on events inside the penalty area. 5 goals in her last 4 games compared to 2 in the opening 8 in the WSL this season. She's not really had a chance to do anything up top so far. This is Naz, England, and it's overhit. Well, Robert Villahamn said that they need to be brave going forwards. Have to understand that they can't attack the whole game. They're probably going to have to defend for a while as well, so discipline will be key. Letizia scampering after this. Tottenham came into this unbeaten in their last 4 in the league since that 3-0 loss to Arsenal in the North London derby here, which is their longest unbeaten run this season. As clearly fouled there by Janse. Well, while the keeper and back four get a lot of praise for this miserly defensive record that Manchester United have, Mark Skinner wanted to direct some praise in Janse's direction. Says that he feels that she covers a lot of ground and does a lot of the dirty work. Didn't win that one cleanly though, so Spurs have the free kick. Oroz's delivery and safe hands from Tullis Joyce. She's got the best save ratio and expected goals prevented in the WSL this season. And took that one cleanly. Letizia. Bit too much oomph on that, and it's out for a Spurs throw. Bartrip. Hunt. Bypassing Rebrink, and Hunt has it. Kopp. Nilden's pass was a little bit risky, so was that. Turlin was almost in. Well, Tottenham cannot afford any kind of errors like that. Rebrink. Hunt. Bizet. In their WSL history, Tottenham have won just 2 out of a total 41 games against the current top 4 of Chelsea, Manchester United, Manchester City and Arsenal. Well, they are on a good run at the moment. 3 wins in their last 4 league games. Those successes have all come against the current bottom 3. It's just 1 point in 5 games against top half sides this season. Riviere. Letizia. Turner. Toon. Miyazawa, another that has perhaps gone under the radar a bit, with a lot of the other attacking players taking the headlines. Clinton, Turlin, Toon all on 4 goals apiece. Toon in particular in hot form, 5 goals in 4 games since the turn of the year, but Japan international's become a key figure since she nailed down her spot in the starting lineup in December. Turlin was interested, but it's banged up towards halfway. Bizet. Janser. Toon bringing George into it. Ella Toon. A couple of deflections, and Toon half-heartedly, I think, asking for a handball. Bizet. Turlin scampering after it, but she's seen off by the watchful defending of Claire Hunt. Rivier's throw. Bizet got the wrong side of Naz, who has got back now. Manchester United convinced it should be a corner, but it's given us a goal kick. Normally can count on Tottenham games for providing goals. They've scored their joint most and conceded their joint most at this stage of any WSL campaign. 19 in the for column, 25 before tonight in the against. Tizier coming a long way forwards, and Manchester United pushing very high up the pitch. Bizet's lost out there though. And now there's a chance for them to play it forwards, and well, it opened up for the first time for Hayley Raso. She had the opportunity to play Martha Thomas, who's not seen any of the ball so far. Definitely onside, running from deep. United appealing in vain. And with Thomas up there, she decided to go for glory instead, Hayley Raso, and unfortunately for her and Spurs, she was quite a long way away from finding it. Has played in a few Manchester derbies before, 5 games for Manchester City in them. Naz cuts it out, but then gives it to Turlen. Janser. Toon behind Turlen, but it's recycled by Miyazawa. Riviere. Midway through the first half, and Manchester United very good value for their lead. Galton. Here's England. Naz. Pushed on to Nilden. Oroz. Back from Claire Hunt. Molly Bartrett. Naz was a bit hesitant. Riviere quick to close her down. Riviere sticking out a boot again, which nearly knocked Naz off it. And she's nearly given it away to Galton. In fact, she has done. Turlen then goes over. No foul. Manchester United have got a lot of attacking might, but Tottenham a few times have been guilty of almost gifting them opportunities. Riviere, and that's going to be a free kick. Hayley Raso jumping into the challenge. Riviere, I think, is okay, but it's a yellow for Raso as a result. Former Manchester City player, the first in the book, and I don't think when you see that back that there's any real cause for complaint. Well, they've been called out there, but the referee's not happy with Manchester United taking it that quickly. United wondering why they weren't permitted to catch Spurs out there. But Kirsty Dowell is telling them to go again. And it goes from Gabby George. And not dealt with, and Galton's efforts blocked. Well, it sat up invitingly for Manchester United's record WSL scorer, 33 all told for Galton, who has played in all of Manchester United's 14 previous games against Spurs. She's scored 4 times. Opportunity to get her 5th against the North London club there. Gabby George into a good area, and it was an important flick header away by Hunt. Whistle's gone anyway for coming together. I wondered if Martha Thomas has actually come in and barged a United player off the ball. Oroz. Now Naz. England making a run through the middle, but the numbers not in Tottenham's favour here. Milden. Toon took too long. Oroz. Rasso! Straight at Tullis Joyce. Well, relief for Toon here. She was caught in possession. And Rasso a touch to tee herself up, and the second to have a pop at goal, but it was right at Fallon Tullis Joyce, and given her record this season, there was no chance of her making a mess of that. She has 13 clean sheets in 20 appearances for Manchester United. Bizet. Again, boos from the crowd, but she's found Miyazawa, who tried to find the net, but it's blocked behind. Player of the match in the 3-0 win over Brighton last time out was Hinata Miyazawa. Bartrip's block behind gives Manchester United a corner. Short it goes to Toon. Whipped in by Gabby George. Here's Toon. Outside of the boot pass was a beauty. It's going to be collected by Janser. The improvised attempt from Ella Toon is easily fielded by Kopp. Hammered long by Kopp and chased down by Rasso. It's all the way back with Tullis Joyce. Only one team in WSL history have conceded fewer than 5 goals after 12 games of a season. Manchester City had only led in 3 at this stage of the 2015-16 campaign, but shows you just how impressive Manchester United's record is this season. That is the only occasion anyone has done better. Turland, danger here. Turland's cross could easily have gone in. Well, she had to try and make that interception, but she also had to get it right because the wrong angle, and it was 2-0 United. Turland completely did Bartrip there. She won't be happy with her defending, but she'll be very relieved for the job that Claire Hunt did in getting her body in the way. In from George, should be dealt with and is. While it was a magical finish from Elizabeth Turlen, it's another goal that Spurs have conceded from across this season. It's the 9th they've let in from one in the league this term, which is 3 more than any other side. Long from Kopp. Riviere gets it forwards, Turlen charges it down. Who did that come off last? It was a Tottenham player, because it's a Manchester United throw. A lot of attention on Manchester United's watertight backline, but his side have been the opposite really, just the one clean sheet in their last 11 WSL matches, and that came against strugglers Leicester. Turner's heave forwards, Galton after it, Neville lost her footing. Galton with the cutback for Toon. And then the hit from Janse is sent behind for a corner. It was nearly a costly slip from Neville there. Galton had a look up, spotted Toon. Wasn't the ideal pass to her, and Janssen's effort may well have been going wide, but no chances taken. Toon rolls it short. Miyazawa never really caught hold of that. Letizia, Miyazawa, Janse. Oh. Having been praised to the hilt by her manager, a misplaced pass that she should really be able to pull off in her sleep goes astray. Janse. Letizia. Lofted ball forwards, nearly caused some problems. Miyazawa's collected for United. Letizia. Riviere. I want a free kick there, and Tottenham have got one. There's going to be more points on their travels for Manchester United. 13 they've collected on the road this season. Only Chelsea have bagged more on their travels in the league. Thomas has to go back to Kopp, who's got to be quick. Naz. England couldn't make it stick. Miyazawa again is in the right place for United to tidy up. Janse. 10 minutes to go until half-time. Manchester United look extremely comfortable, although Spurs will be happy that they're still in the game, just the 1-0 deficit. Need to offer a bit more going forwards, though. Now, Galton. Toon! Off the post. Almost made to measure from Ella Toon, this. The carry forwards by Galton. Toon took it first time. It's an excellent try, isn't it? On the run, A sweeping strike, whipped towards the far post and off the far post. Sublime strike, and she is unlucky. Kopp's not getting there. Would have been one for the scrapbook, that. That's off George and out for a throw to Tottenham. Free kick. Twelve goals scored in their last 4 WSL games for Manchester United. They've only managed 4 in the 5 before that, so they found their shooting boots. One early on today, and a couple of other chances that have come and gone since. George. Tizia. Riviere. Oh, and Tolan was sniffing around but can't get to it. Here's our Toon, and again it's Ella Toon. It's run away from her, and I think she might have fouled Ash Neville anyway. George has it back. Jansa forwards, but sloppy pass from her. Back from Hunt. Tolan's gone over. Hunt doesn't look too impressed. Roz. Home from George. Letizia. England nearly picked the pocket of Turner. Talis Joyce decides to take no chances and hammers it up to Toon, who's dragged back. Toon. Jansa. Here's Hauer. Tizia has put a nice bit of bend on that. Bizet. First time ball in from Riviere is inviting. Rasso can't outrun George. Last 5 minutes of the first half. Spurs just battling to stay in the equation. Riviere was responsible for the ball in that led to the only goal so far, and making some inroads again down that right side. Now here's Jessica Naz, although Letizier's done very well there to just see her off. It's another fast start from Manchester United as well. 6 goals now that they've scored in the opening 15 minutes of matches this term, which is the most in the WSL. Bartrett. Bit casual from Riebrink and all the way back to Lisa Kopp. And another player just lost their footing there. Neville. Risky. Nearly intercepted. Toon. Bizet. Here's Ella Toon. Bizet. Toon. Oh, she let it run. And Turland's onto it. Toon with the chance to get the cross in. Too high for Galton, who was waiting. Gabby George has won this back, though. Millie Turner for Maya Letizier. George. Spurs asking for and getting offside. Set to go up to second in the table. Neville. Kopp. And back from Oroz. Lisa Kopp. England immediately under pressure from Turner. Here's Hunt. It's not where Tottenham want to see Beth England, is it? Coming so deep that she's only just outside her own area, and they've given it away here. Turland's turn was great, but then she slipped as she let fly and didn't get any real contact on her effort as a result. Neville. Going nowhere fast. Finds Claire Hunt, though. Riebrink. Really given away to Galton, who has got there. Leah Galton's ball in. Bizet was waiting. Toon's going to have a go. And have one additional minute, which we're into now. Robert Villahan will just be hoping that they can negotiate this without any further scares, because a couple of times they've almost opened the door for Manchester United to extend their lead. Bizet has fouled England. Took her time, Kirsty Dowell, before awarding the free kick. Manchester United on course for yet another. Manchester United get the second half underway. Away by Rasso, not very far though. Janser, cut out by Ash Neville. Thomas struggled to really make any impact in the game. Martha Thomas, who is a former Manchester United player, 8 goals in 53 appearances for them. Just the one in her last 21 for Tottenham Hotspur. Ella who came so close to scoring an absolute cracker in that first half when she rattled the post. But he'll be content with the scoreline. 6 points better off than the same stage last season are Manchester United, when they were 4th with 21 on the board from 12 games. They're on course to move up to 2nd tonight. Galton again. Janser for Toon, who almost wriggled past the challenge of Neville. Letizia. Riviere, that's clever. And that's an inviting ball as well. Galton was arriving. Toon's hit! Janser. Bizet. Met by the head of Bartrip. United trying to hit early in the second half, having stung Spurs pretty soon in the first period as well. Riviere will get there actually ahead of Naz. Shouldn't really have been able to. Bizet's ball in. Neville gets the header away as far as Janser. Strong start to the second half, but then Celine Bizet's committed the foul. Neville. Back from Hunt, here's Claire Hunt again. Oof, that was awkward for Kopp. He's got it up as far as Neville. Clever touch from her. Riviere read that one. Popped back as far as England, but again, this is not where they want to see her. Naz. Here's our intercepts. Toon. Toon again. Lifted forwards, but not enough lift on it. Neville. Here's Naz. As having a dart at Jade Riviere and forcing a corner. It goes from Oroz away as far as Neville. Thomas. Neville. Oroz. Good feet. Maita Oroz and Beth England showed too much of it to Jade Riviere, and just for a minute looked as though Celine Bizet was going to be able to get clear of the tangle and get forwards. Thomas. Given away. Rasso. Oroz. Martha Thomas. Blocked by Gabby George. Thomas finds Naz. And Jessica Naz away from Turner, who recovered well. Naz still has it. They were queuing up in there. She couldn't get it back to a teammate. It's still not been fully cleared. It's the biggest worry that Manchester United have had all night. Toon being tugged, free kick. Well, there was just a concern for him a few minutes ago as Robert Villaham's side had a couple of shies at goal from inside the penalty area. Galton up there. Neville got the touch away. Collected by George. Ella Toon. Too much on it for George. Well, they want to see a bit more of Naz driving at the Manchester United backline, and it's exactly what she did there. Thomas sticking out a boot. Turner guides it home. Myla Tizia. Now Dominique Janser. Riviere. Bizet. 23-year-old played 56 times for Tottenham, scoring 6 goals. The Norwegian scored and assisted in the same WSL game for the first time in that victory over Brighton last Sunday. Means that she now has 5 assists to her name. No player has more. Lauren Hemp coming into the weekend with 5 too. Galton blocked off by Neville at the expense of a Manchester United throw. George's throw was straight to Neville. Wasted opportunity that. Neville. England accused of backing in by Janssen, but falls on deaf ears. Kirsty Dowell not interested. Letizia bringing Riviere into it. Bizet, former Spurs player, gets the cross in nicely. Neville gets it clear. Good try! Well, Turland's already scored with one nicely taken volley. This one sat up for her to strike as well. How far away was it from Lisa Kopp's goal? Not too far, but the keeper always knew it was drifting wide. Neville for Thomas. Thomas's pass is overhit and easy for Tullis-Joyce to come and collect. Letizia. Oh, that's risky. Cut out by Martha Thomas, but she can't make anything of it. Well, that was a glimmer for Spurs to be handed away back into the game. Naz. Cross goes Jade Riviere. Miyazawa lets it run for Toon to collect instead. Neville. Rebrink. Claire Hunt dropping deep to collect. Oros. England back to Molly Bartrip. Oros. Rebrink. Neville forced back again. Naz chasing after it. Spurs have certainly improved in terms of their attacking options. They've had 6 touches in the opposition box in the second half compared to 2 before the break. England just lost her way as she was getting forwards. It's just a bit behind Hayley Rassoneau as well. Neville. Naz. Neville again. Rebrink. Neville. Claire Hunt. That's a testing ball, but actually Tullis-Joyce able to make a pretty routine catch. Dominique Janssen has pulled up with something here. And looks like a change is going going to have to be made. The former Arsenal player coming off in Dominique Janssen. Great run by Jade Riviere, which led to the early goal for Manchester United. First cross wasn't ideal, the second was really good, and Turland's finish was absolutely first class. Brilliant ball in and an expert finish. Well, the break in play giving Mark Skinner the chance to get some instructions into his players. They haven't exactly put under the cosh, but Tottenham have asked a few more questions since the interval. Safely back with Tullis Joyce then. England. Turner able to get there in front of her. England's pass back is to Ash Neville. Fired up here for Rasso, who was looking for the give and go perhaps with England. Morrow's turned into trouble, no foul, could be big trouble for Tottenham here. Turland, well, she'll be disappointed with herself there. It was a relatively straightforward pass. Bizet, and now Toon's ball in, and Turland. Well, she took a tougher chance than that in the first half. Might have just been a bit surprised that it bounced through to her as two Spurs players were set to make the clearance, which meant she was perhaps just a bit caught in her heels. Even so, you would expect her to gobble that kind of opening up. To let off that for Tottenham, who have been better since the break, but could easily have been two down here. She knows that she should have really stuck that away. And Manchester United getting ready to make what looks like a triple change here. George going off. Malar is one of those coming on. Sonberg for George is the first change. So it's Malar for Galton. And Wujo for Janssen is the other alteration. Malar, one of those coming on, then 2 goals and 1 assist in 2 WSL starts against Tottenham. She scored in both of the WSL meetings last term. Thomas chasing. Rasso waits in the middle. Thomas can't get the angle for the cross, but it does come off Awujo last, and it will be a corner kick. Riviere in the right place to make the clearance. Naz twisting away from one challenge and going for it, and Tullis Joyce skips across to make the gather. Well, that was well struck by Jess Naz. It was close enough to Tullis Joyce that it was comfortable for her. Scored in the 2-2 draw at Manchester United last season, did Jessica Naz. That one was travelling, but Tullis Joyce was in an excellent position to make the gather. Mallard. It's going to making those changes to perhaps try and change the complexion of the game, because while United were comfortable and kept Tottenham at arm's length in the first half, it's not been quite as plain sailing for them since the break. Final quarter of the game. Jade Riviere. Riviere. Here's Hauer. It's lost out. Here comes Naz. Bizet lunging in and timed the tackle well. It's broken for Martha Thomas anyway. Thomas, though, with a waste of a pass through the middle that Turner can get clear. Hunt. Oroz. And lost by Bartrip. How costly is that going to be? Toon wants it in the middle. Turlen kept going and then took a tumble, but wasn't fouled. Mallard. On from Awujo. Letizia. That's easy for Kopp to come and claim. And when does Robert Villaham look to his bench to maybe make an alteration? This is where Turlen felt she was clipped, and to be honest with you, from that angle, she had a case. Toon. Turner. Here is Awujo. Bizet. Awujo again. Cleverly done by Awujo, and chasing it was Riviere, and Bizet's ball in. Riviere for Mallard. It's a little bit sketchy from Spurs at the back. We go into the last 20 minutes. Millie Turner. And it's come here for Turner! Kopp behind it. An unlikely opportunity for Millie Turner up from the back here and trying her luck. It wasn't a bad effort. She scored in Manchester United's 1-0 win at Spurs in the WSL in October 2020 and could have bagged what would have been a nice relaxer for Manchester United there. Spurs have had 61% of the ball since half-time compared to 45% in the first half. If they'd shown this kind of intent and aggression from the get-go, might have a different scoreline at the moment. Riviere, handy pass, and he's looked offside and is offside. Oroz, Thomas. One back by Mallard, Sandberg. Now Turner. Well, they have been full of goals, Manchester United, 12 netted in their last 4 league games. I'm sure they won't be too bothered if they need to just grind this out and hold on to the 1-0 lead that would send them up to second. Miyazawa. Was aiming for Turland, cut out though by Amanda Nilden. And that's going to go all the way behind for a Tottenham goal kick. Well, and does Robert Villaham decide to shake things up? Mark Skinner has made a triple change already. Does have Olivia Holt on the bench. Robert Villaham, who had a debut to remember for Tottenham last Sunday, the January signing from Rosengard, on as a 82nd minute sub at Palace with the score at 2 each. She scored a fine free kick in the 95th minute. Only the second ever player to score a free kick on her WSL debut. It's Toon to take, and it's towards the back post. Letizier's gone over. Bizet. Can't outmaneuver Hunt. Naz is giving chase here, and Naz nearly won it in a very handy area for Tottenham. It's Ella Toon. Looking for the run of Mallard, who was onside. Melvin Mallard. It's a corner. Could have been more for Manchester United, though. Well, she had 3 in red arriving in the area, Melvin Mallard. But unable to find any of them. This was just an inquest by Well, Letizia about whether Ash Neville's challenge was legitimate or not. Deep corner. It's headed on by Sandberg. Miyazawa goes to collect. Naz. And that's an interesting pass. Hayley Rasso. Thomas trying to get up there. Rasso having a dart at Jade Riviere, and then losing out, having bitten off more than she can chew, but she'll let that run for the throw. Worked wide by Maita Oroz. That's a good ball towards England. Well, it was an awkward one for her to try and guide goalward. She had Millie Turner just in front of her, which may have done enough to just put off the Tottenham forward. So the former Manchester United player Martha Thomas is coming off here, and Olivia Holt, who, as I say, had a debut to remember against Crystal Palace last weekend, is on. England jostling for it with Sandberg. Turner back to her keeper. Bartrip. Nilden. Letizia more up than out with that header. That's a foul, surely. Mata Oroz caught by the substitute Simia Wuju here. And I wonder if Olivia Holt fancies her chances. It's a fair distance out. She's just come on, but she marked her debut against Palace last weekend with a fine free kick winner, but they've gone for the short option instead. Neville off the heels of Holt. Malar back for Ujo. That was a bit of a telegraph pass, although Bizet made a decent fist out of it, and Naz now has to get back and will send it all the way back. Toon. Toon to Sandberg. Turner. Tissier. Riviere. Banged long towards Turland. Comes for Ash Neville, who has given it straight to Toon. Melvin Malar. Miyazawa. Toon. Sandberg. You could see what she was trying to do there, Toon, and, well, Managed to find Malar as well. Masso gives chase. Tizier gets it safely home. Last 10 minutes then. Manchester United have won their most WSL games and played their most WSL games without defeat against Tottenham. (3-0) it finished in Manchester United's favour in the reverse fixture in October. Turland scored twice, the Tizier with a penalty. It's been closer this time around. Also a comfortable success in North London last year in the FA Cup final at Wembley for United. 4-0 success that day with Toon, Williams and 2 from Garcia. Spurs just can't find a way to beat Manchester United. 14 previous meetings in all competitions. No Tottenham wins and 12 Manchester United successes along with the 2 draws. Less than 10 minutes away from making it a 13th win for United. Into Turland, who tried to knock it on for Malar. Turner. Wouldn't exactly say that Manchester United needed to weather a storm from Tottenham, but some brighter play from Spurs seems to have dissipated. That's up for Malar, who almost guided it into the path of Bizet. England, given to Miyazawa. Sandberg. Malar can't get clear of Neville. Elatoon. Letizia. Miyazawa's made an intelligent run, but it's into the midst of Lisa Kopp. Is it set to be yet another shutout for Manchester United? Hunt. Rasso's pass was risky. Miyazawa anticipated it. Turner. Sandberg. Here's Melvin Malar. Toon on the overlap. Still Malar. Next up for his team, the small matter of the North London derby away at Arsenal on the 16th of February. Then it's a home game against Manchester City. So some big fixtures on the horizon. And they've got 5 minutes left in this big fixture to try and rescue something. Manchester United moving up to second. They would be 7 points behind the leaders Chelsea. So the debutant departs here, Josephine Riebrink. Siki is her replacement, and Jessica Naz, who's looked the most lively for Tottenham, is withdrawn too. Finberg, who started their last WSL game against Palace, is the replacement for the closing stages. Manchester United would have a 5-point cushion between themselves and fourth place Manchester City if they can see this out. Again, Tullis-Joyce commanding inside her area, and comes and deals with that with no fuss whatsoever. I don't like how long Tullis-Joyce is taking over the restart. Rasso was in a good area, but it was a good block by Sandberg. Can Tottenham fashion a chance? Slim pickings for them going forwards today. Sandberg running into traffic, and it was kept in well by Rasso. Sandberg's pass. Awujo. 3 minutes of the 90 remaining. Ella Toone for Manchester United, who are on course to make it 5 successive WSL victories. Mala. Bizet. And Bizet's hit is a long way wide. Well, she would have loved that. There's been some pantomime boos coming the Norwegians' way against their former club, but that was a wild slice that was always drifting away. Elizabeth Turland trying to just ensure that the concentration is kept up for Manchester United. Stoppage here as Jade Riviere needs a spot of treatment. Almost over the line again, and almost another clean sheet in the bag again. I wonder if Aoife Mannion is coming on for Jade Riviere. She is. So Riviere limps off, and Aoife Mannion is on as United look to get themselves home and hosed. So the Canadian replaced by the Irish defender. Melvin Mala, misdirected pass, Neville forwards. This is Mallard. United looking for the killer second. Mallard looking for a teammate, and Toon. Mallard again. Miyazawa. Here is the newly arrived Aoife Mannion. Now have 6 additional minutes, which gives Tottenham a chance. Taking it down to the corner. Here's Turland, and it's a corner kick. Well, that's exactly what she was looking for there. Spurs fume, they feel it should be a goal kick. It's a Manchester United ball, and frustration for Tottenham. They just can't get up the pitch and try and fashion any kind of chance. And again, struggling to get out of their own half as Letizia arcs it upfield, and it's out for another United throw. Well, they've huffed and puffed Tottenham, but just lack the quality at the top end of the pitch to make any inroads into the Manchester United defence, and what a defence it is as well, by the way. They'll be second in the table, 7 points adrift of Chelsea if they can see this out. Haven't been able to make that stick, so it will be a Tottenham throw, but 3 minutes of the 6 that were added have elapsed without Tottenham being able to do anything. Turland again is going for the corner. This time, can't force a corner. Lisa Kopp most likely will just smash this forwards to try and at least get the ball into the United half for what remains of stoppage time. Blasted long by Kopp. Joe got her head to it. Now it's slapped up towards Mallard. Neville going for it. Elatoon onto it. Well, she raced down to the corner flag. Might have been her intention, but it's come for Sandberg. Now it's Toon. Keep ball will do for Manchester United now, and Toon does indeed trundle down towards the corner to try and run down the clock. And they're all waiting for it to go out, which it didn't, and there's a free kick after Mallard's challenge. But Spurs just cannot get into United territory. Lisa Kopp with 90 seconds of stoppage time left to play. Mallard. This is England. That's a useful pass. Holt. Not a bad cross. And away by Sandberg. Final minute of stoppage time. Tottenham have a throw. United struck early on. Tottenham looking to level very late. They've gone backwards here. Nilden's forward pass. Oh, and here is Oroz. And the hit is tame from Claire Hunt, and that will probably be that. Three points again for Manchester United. That is 5 victories in a row for them in the WSL, and yet another clean sheet.